Hello, Salinas Union High School District community. I'm Leticia Diaz Garcia.
I'm Tamisha Allen Smith.
And I'm Beth Onito.
And today, January 16th, 2024, is National Day of Racial Healing. The National Day of Racial Healing takes place annually on the day after Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is a time to contemplate our shared values and create the blueprint together for #HowWeHeal from the effects of racism. Launched in 2017, it is an opportunity to bring all people together in their common humanity and inspire collective action to create a more just and equitable world. Racial healing is a process that restores individuals and communities to wholeness, repairs the damage caused by racism, and transforms societal structures into ones that affirm the inherent value of all people.
These efforts matter because racial healing cultivates a culture of belonging that can advance racial equity and inclusion. It deepens our understanding of the differences in opportunities, burdens, and needs that exist as related to how people racially and ethnically identify. It restores individuals to wholeness by helping people share their stories, lean into difficult conversations, constructively engage conflict, and face conscious and unconscious biases. It supports relationship building, trust, belonging, authenticity, constructive dialogue, and repairs damage. It builds community.
As part of the district's celebration of National Day of Racial Healing, we'd like to take time to acknowledge the land and sacrifice of the indigenous people who cultivated the region in which we have the privilege to teach and nurture our students. We want to start by acknowledging the land we are on is native land, what is now known as a Monterey County, includes the ancestral lands of the Ohlone Nation, Ohlone, Costanoan Estlin Nation, Rumsen, the Amamutsen, and the Salinan Nation, who cared for these lands for thousands of years. This land of mountain ranges, valleys, and marshlands and chaparral were once one of the most densely populated native lands north of Mexico. This changed with the arrival of Europeans and these lands. Spanish invaders constructed missions along the California coast, and the number of indigenous Californians dropped from 300,000 to 250,000. Another 100,000 native people were murdered in just the first 3 years of the gold rush. When California became a state in 1850, it is well documented that the state government perpetuated genocide against the Ohlone people, and many of the leaders of these mass murders were rewarded with positions in state and federal government. To this day, indigenous like the Ohlone Costanoan Estlin Nation are fighting for their land, their burial sites, their federal recognition of their tribal governments, and to protect the land and water. And today, as well as the agricultural lands of Monterey County, is worked by indigenous people from Mexico and Central America, such as Zapoteco, Mixteco, and Truqui. And that similar migration patterns existed before Europeans arrived here. We pay respect to the elders, past, present, and emerging, for they hold the memories, the traditions, the culture, and the hopes of the first people these lands in all our relations.
So you may ask, what can I do to celebrate National Day of Racial Healing? You can think about how you are creating more love, justice, and equity within your classroom and community, as well as seek opportunities by participating in activities such as book clubs and affinity groups.
It is our collective responsibility to deepen our understanding of differences, to cultivate a culture of belonging, to affirm the inherent value of all people.